is thinking.
I'm dedicated to it. I can't be stopped.
All right, here we are, Uncle Ted on fire, doing so good in an otherwise nasty, evil, stupid, stinky world of hate and lies, and I'm having the time of my life. I'm going to have the time of my life just so I can trample the weak and hurdle the dead. This is the Real America Voice Spirit Campfire. And by the way, Shahu and Ryan and John and Tony and Parker convey to the powers that be, which, by the way, my name is Ted Nugent. I'm the powers that be. I think I could have wrote the 10 Commandments. My instincts would have said, well, you shouldn't lie. You shall not kill. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. That's sometimes very difficult because my neighbors, when they see Shemaine, there's some coveting going on. So don't do that. I would have wrote that down. Shall not steal. I would have wrote that down. I could have wrote the Constitution. Whatever the king doesn't allow, which, by the way, I should teach. By the way, the Attorney General of Kansas, the great Chris Kobach, is coming to Hillsdale College in Hillsdale, Michigan, home of Troy Sandy Detailing. Troy Sandy and Troy Sandy Jr., these guys are the ultimate sheet kickers. Now, we went from the street slang to when you actually have a MyPillow.com celebration, buying the best American-made products for your family. MyPillow.com, we buy the sheets and we kick them, which makes us a sheet kicker. And then we buy the pillowcases and the bedding and the topper and the slippers and the bathrobes and the towels and the pillows. Mike Lindell, this guy's a mad scientist. He's discovered this incredible business that guys everywhere, he's ubiquitous. He's indefatigable. This guy's got a lot of fire. I love people with fire that are in the asset column. This is the Ted Nugent asset column celebration, Real America's Voice, Spirit Campfire, and Mike Lindell is my spirit, hell-raising, constitutional, conservative, conservation blood brother. Support Mike Lindell. Go to MyPillow.com. You can be a sheet kicker. Troy Sandy is a sheet kicker. You can be a sheet kicker, and he's having an insane sale. And it's getting to be buy something for Halloween, a birthday, a graduation, a wedding. Luis is getting married on November 9th. Why November 9th, I don't know, but I'm still going to be there. So I'm going to buy some MyPillow.com, and you type in the code SPIRIT and get this crazy discount, which, by the way, how can you discount $14.88 for the pillow? How can you discount MyPillows at $9.88 for the original? How can you that's discounted. He's giving this stuff away. So buy American-made products from a guy who supports my middle finger celebration of defiance. I defy. So anyhow, I was talking about sheet kickers. We have a great team here. I love my team. I'm going to talk about California that lost its soul. Now, there's great people in California. Mitch Moore, I love you, buddy. Lauren, I love you, buddy. Ross Patterson, I love you, buddy. Scott Young has now moved to Colorado because Scott Young was the USDA hunter. Why is there such a thing as a USDA hunter? Taking our tax dollars to kill these magnificent animals, beautiful black bears, mountain lions by the hundreds over the years in all these different states, because in the states where we're not allowed to hunt them. So anyhow, the California Fish and Game, you people have no soul. The game wardens of California, you have no soul. And if some of you still adhere to God's natural science and biology, where game laws and wildlife regulations are based on sustained yield, habitat carrying capacity, populations dynamics, so that there's an annual harvest of the surplus to make room for next year's production, putting them in the asset column instead of California bears and lions in the liability column, and there was a lion with a $10,000 lithium battery collar on. Tax-paid, wasteful bling-bling on the guy's porch in Northern California. And he called the Fish and Game and said, the game department says, there's a lion on my porch with a giant necklace. And they said, well, just chase him away. A game warden said that. That's an anti-hunting, anti-nature, conservation-hating game warden punk. And if that anti-nature, anti-hunting, hunter conservationist, game warden, hating punk that sent him to do that, come on my show and explain yourself. You won't, you can't, because you have no soul. So the guy chased the mountain lion off his porch, and the mountain lion came back because there's no hunting mountain lions out there, so they're not afraid of people, which is an unnatural condition, very dangerous. And so this great U.S., I don't even know if John's a USDA hunter. It doesn't matter. He probably is. There shouldn't be one, but he is. And so a mountain lion killed a kid here the last couple of years, and John went and killed that mountain lion after it killed the kid, instead of having an annual season so that we harvest the surplus before they kill kids. That's what, you kill deer before they get hit by your grandmother's Buick. That's what you do. Quality control instead of damage control, which is also always costly. So John killed the mountain lion that killed the kid. And so they called John because there's a mountain lion with a $10,000 bling tax wasting collar to monitor the activities of lions. We don't need to monitor the activities of the lions. When they're on your porch, shoot the lion. Well, he didn't do anything wrong. Well, he's gonna if he's on your porch. You might want to wait for him to eat your kids, but I would shoot the lion. Well, that's not legal. I would shoot the lion. The law is bad. The law is immoral. In Michigan, if there's a deer hit by a car on the highway and it's flopping around with its legs broke, people are standing around picking their ass, calling the authorities, and the authorities go, well, it'll be a few hours till we get there, and they stand there and watch the deer suffer. The guitar player shows up and says, get back, and I shoot the deer in the head with my Glock 10 millimeter using Remington 200 grain core lock. Immediate death for the deer instead of it flopping around and suffering. What I did was illegal, but what I did was moral. The law is immoral. You must obey immoral laws, which brings us full circle back to the military and the law enforcement. If you're told to do something that violates your moral oath to the Constitution, you must disobey immoral commands. My name is Ted Nugent. I will never obey an immoral command. That is the real America's voice. Get one of these for your front porch in California. And when a mountain lion shows up, don't call anybody. Shoot the mountain lion. Get these at tednugent.com. It'll bring you great mojo. If you have one of these, first of all, the lions won't show up because everything with my signature just reeks of such effervescent masculinity mojo that mountain lions wearing $10,000 tax-wasting bling will avoid your house. But if they don't avoid your house, shoot the lion. So this guy called this real conservationist, and John said, shoot that lion with buckshot. So they shot the lion with buckshot. And the lion took off with a blood trail. And so the game warden said, well, we can go after that cat, but don't let your dogs after it. Well, then how else are you going to find it? Well, follow the blood trail. No, they'll let the dogs out. John let the dogs out. When they get there, the game warden said, don't kill that lion. We'll try to rehabilitate him with his chest full of double-aught buck. This is a game warden. You can't be dumber or more anti-nature than that game warden in California. Barack. I get humor out of the most ugly of conditions. So John took the shotgun and basically said, hey, game warden, eat and die. Boom! He shot the mountain lion. But the buckshot hit the $10,000 tax-wasting bling tracking collar and started a forest fire. This is awesome. This is awesome. Richard Pryor's afro does not have to catch fire. I've got more than enough comedy right there in California. So the sheriff, God bless the sheriff. I love this sheriff. I'm going to tell you who this sheriff is. I love real sheriffs. I love real sheriffs. And so the sheriff said, Jeff Lykoff, the sheriff, I don't even know what county it is, doesn't matter, California sheriff. Jeff said, shoot the lion. So they shot it. The buckshot hit the bling tax waste, and started a forest fire. So they put the forest fire out, and the sheriff told the game warden to get lost. My name is Ted Nugent. I don't need another man to authorize me to do the right thing. I don't need your paperwork. I don't need your permit. I don't need your license, and I don't need some man to go, by the way, you have constitutional carry. Oh, shut the f up. I don't need some man to go, by the way, you have a God-given right. I had a God-given right before you fat slob inbred cannibal authorized my God-given right. You don't have the authority. It's hysterical. So John and Sheriff Jeff, thank you for doing the right thing in defiance of immoral, soulless buffoons. It's a very happy hunting season here at the Nugent Swamp. We've got venison hanging, we've got mallards hanging, we've got wood ducks hanging, we've got squirrels hanging, we have pheasant hanging, we have quail hanging, we have doves hanging, we have sandhill cranes hanging. Because I'm a moral human being, I don't obey immoral dirtbags. If you want to come on and tell me how I'm wrong, that I shouldn't shoot that deer flopping on the highway with 4 broken legs, try to make your case for immorality. Meanwhile, I'll get a giant middle finger coming in and have Mike Tyson shove it up your ass. Do you feel the love? This is a real America's Voice with Uncle Ted, piss and vinegar czar of earth. I'll be back in a moment with more perfection.